Welcome back, guys. My name is Grant Sylvester. I am a virtual real estate wholesaler. And believe me, if I can do this, then you absolutely, definitely, 100%, 1000%, you can do this as well. Today, we're talking about something that I really enjoy discussing, which is the idea of education. And specifically within that, should you buy a wholesale course as a beginner to get started in your journey? We'll be answering that question today, and I'll be sharing my thoughts and just some general ideas or filters that I would run that question through before you decide to pull the trigger or before you decide not to pull the trigger. So without further ado, let's get started. That brings us to point number one. And these are questions that you should ask. How do I best learn? What's my learning style? Am I someone who likes to go out, take action, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and go at it again? Or am I someone that wants to be handheld a little bit more? Or I want more guidance and feedback as I'm going through the process, because I don't like making mistakes. I don't like wasting time. If you can figure out which type of person you are first, that will be a huge indication in terms of should you just go out and do the YouTube university route and just learn it all by yourself and figure it out, or should you go ahead and take a step closer to pulling the trigger and purchasing a course. The second thing that I would do whenever you're looking at should you buy a course or not is it coming from a trustworthy source? You hear all the time people getting scammed and buying courses that aren't worth it, and the people teaching the course aren't even doing the actual business anymore. That's like the worst thing that can happen. I think you can avoid this, or at least prevent or mitigate that risk significantly by evaluating how much free content does this person have. Number two, how long have they been doing this? And then number three, are there other individuals who can vouch for this person's reputation? I think you can find tons of YouTube, podcasts, articles, blogs, videos, this information about this person that's readily available for free. That's a win. You can get a chance to see their style, their communication, what things they say. Do you vibe with them? And then number two, right, is do other people vouch for them? Are there individuals within the industry speaking on their behalf? That's another great way that you can, further determine if this person is credible. And then lastly, how long have they been doing this, right? If they've only been doing it a couple months longer than you, then sure, they can help you, but I don't know that I would pay for that help. Or have they been doing this for a few years? Have they seen market cycle shifts? Have they seen different changes within the industry as the industry has evolved? So them being able to be in this industry for a while, we're not talking 20 years, but I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6 years is ideal. 2, 3 years, sure, right? The years doesn't necessarily matter, I guess, a lot, but it would help if they do have more experience by a good bit than you. That way they could help answer your questions or be a good resource and guide for you as you continue to move throughout this process. And number three, this is something that I struggled with and I am struggling with now, and I want you to know, I wish someone had told me this: the course that you do select, if you do choose to buy a course, will not solve everything. You will still have to go out, still do further research, still have to ask a lot of questions, still wonder if this is the right thing to do, or how am I moving forward in the right area. You will still have doubt and uncertainty at times, to be a little anxious. The great news is you should now have a community or a support group or a coach or mentor that can readily answer those questions and concerns and doubts and fears as they come to your mind. But I want to remind you, this course will not solve everything. You will still struggle in the beginning to build traction and momentum. Similarly, if you hadn't purchased the course, what you're purchasing the course for, if you do choose to do this, is to shrink that time. So instead of you spending 6 months in doubt and uncertainty and not knowing what to do, you would shrink it to 3 months. Now, there's still going to be some time, right, where you are experiencing those emotions, but hopefully, like we said, if you're in a good coach, a good program, a good community, that time will be shrunken down tremendously, and it will shortcut the learning curve that you're bound to experience. Lastly, guys, in closing, I would recommend that everyone takes a course at some point in time in their career. I think it could only enhance your skill set if it is the right coach with the right mentorship and the right program, the right community. It's only going to add value. If you don't get value in that moment when you're in it, you will probably get some value out of it a little bit later down the line once you're in a different journey in your wholesale career. But know this: if you don't have the funds to go ahead and do it, you don't feel comfortable putting it on a credit card, taking out debt, which is totally okay, know that you can still do a deal off of the information that is readily available for free on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, on different blogs and forums. I know this is a foreign thing, books, right? You can still go out, do deals, and get started in this business for free without having to do any of that. I did it. I know people who have done it before, and it's still a good way to get started. So don't get discouraged if you can't do it or if you're unable to afford the program that you're interested in. Hopefully this video has provided you some value, or you've gotten some information out of it, and you can hopefully make a better decision than I was able to make when I first got started. Once again, my name is Grant Sylvester, and I virtually wholesale real estate, and if I can do it, then you absolutely can do it as well. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and have a good one. Bye.